Alright guys, you see in this video I'll be looking at all chemistry questions for this 2026 UNIBEN post UTME exams. Now, for those of you that are writing this exam, you must take this video seriously because I'll be solving all the questions done by the previous sets in this exam. I'll solve them with detailed explanation. I'm going to touch various areas because UNIBEN has a way of repeating questions from that same area, though not the same question, but similar questions around that area. So what I will be doing in this video, I'll get the questions from the previous sets, like the people that wrote yesterday, the engineering students. I collected the chemistry questions, and we are going to look at all of them, answer them, and try to explain them and touch other areas. So take notes. What you will do now is to subscribe and turn on the notification button because I'll be dropping videos back to back. Once I collect for this set, I'll solve or answer the question post so you view before you enter the hall. Now, I hope you are very, very ready. So, like information reaching me that they did 8 chemistry questions yesterday. The engineering students 8 chemistry questions yesterday, so we should be expecting 8 chemistry questions for those biological students too. So one of the questions that I saw, question number 1, we'll be looking at them now. Number 1 is in carbon hybridization, which type of atomic orbitals combine to form hybrid orbitals? Option A, we have X and D orbitals. Option B, we have X and P and D orbitals. Option C, we have X and P orbitals. Option D, we have P and F orbitals. Now this question is very easy. Now if you know what you are doing, post UTME exams are usually very easy. You have to be very, very careful. Now you agree that carbon is versatile. Now carbon being versatile means it can exist in 3 hybridized orbitals. Now the 3 hybridized orbitals that carbon can exist in is sp, sp2 and sp3. Now carbon that is sp hybridized will possess 3 bonds between itself or other carbon. Carbon that is sp2 hybridized will possess double bond. Carbon that is sp3 hybridized will possess single bond between itself. Now, one thing you should know, carbon that is sp hybridized has 2 pi bonds. Carbon that is sp2 hybridized has 1 pi bond, while carbon that is sp3 hybridized has 0 pi bond. So sp3 hybridized carbon has no pi bond. sp2 hybridized carbon has just 1 pi bond, while sp hybridized has 2 pi bonds. So you see how I am trying to expand this explanation because you may likely see all these things in this exam. Now the next thing you should know is that for triple bond, which carbon possess triple bond? sp hybridized. Which carbon exhibits double bond? sp2 hybridized. Which carbon exhibits single bond? sp3 hybridized. 2 pi bond for this, 1 pi bond for this, no pi bond for this. Now you should also know that triple bond here is 1 sigma 2 pi. 1 sigma 2 pi. 1 sigma Now, double bond simply means 1 pi and 1 sigma. Take note of that. Then single bond means no pi, all sigma. Take note of that. The single bond are all sigma. So one thing you should know is that hybridization is the missing of pure orbitals to give an hybrid orbital. Now, when two or more two or more pure orbitals mix together, it's going to give us an hybrid orbital called hybridized orbital. For example, x orbital is just one boss, p orbital is three bosses. Now, d orbitals are five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, f, I'm not going to add f with it because, to it rather, because f likely, does not likely, rather, f does not likely undergo hybridization. Now, hybridization is seen between x, p, and d. F does not usually undergo hybridization because of its relatively high, very high energy. So if this x here combined with 1p, I'm going to have an hybridized orbital called xp. If this x here combined with p and another p, I'm going to have an hybridized orbital called xp2. If this x mix with this p, and this third p, I'm going to have an hybridized orbital called sp3. If this x here mix with this 3p and one of d, I'm going to have an hybridized orbital sp3d. If this S here mixed with this 3 and 2 of D, I'm going to have what? An hybridized option of xp3d2. However, we are not, this is quite above your level a little bit, but we are dealing with these three guys. Are you seeing it now? Now, the shape of this carbon with sp hybridized orbital is linear. The bond angle is 180 degree. The shape of sp2 hybridized orbital, so this carbon, is planar. Take note of that. The bond angle is 120 degrees. The shape of sp3 hybridized carbon is what? Tetrahedral. The bond angle is 109.5 degrees. So you should take note of that. We mostly see this carbon in alkyne. We see this in alkene, and we see this in alkane. So in this case, what is the answer now for carbon hybridization? Carbon hybridization is between what? X and P. It's not S and D. It's not P and D. It's not P and F. The answer is what? X and P. So I hope I'm able to explain this and also throw light expand the explanation, because we are going to expect questions from here too. So if I want to clean the board, but if you've not put this thing down, pause it, then right. Now we go to the second question that was tested yesterday. One of the questions tested yesterday: which of the following elements is the best conductor of electricity? A. Copper. B. Aluminium. C. Silver. D. Gold. Now, one of the properties of metal, one of the physical property of metal is thermal and electrical conductivity. Thermal and electrical conductivity. Now, metals conduct electricity due to free, mobile, electrons. Take note of that. Free mobile electrons. But take note, electrolytes conduct electricity due to free mobile ions. Ions are the carrier of charge in electrolytes. Electrons are the carrier of charges in metals. Now, take note. Now, the higher the valence electron, the higher the electricity carried or conducted. Now, one thing you should know that generally metals do what? Conduct electricity, but however, they vary in conductivity. Now, the metal with the highest conductivity is silver. Take note of that. The metal with the highest conductivity is silver, followed by what? Copper. Now, most houses are wired with what? Copper. It would have been better if you wire your house with silver. However, if you do that, in the next couple of days, your house will be invaded. People will come to your house, break the what's it called, and move away the silver wire, because the silver wire is quite expensive. It's noble. Now, one thing you should know that copper is used to wire houses. The wire used in your houses are usually copper wire. Now, however, but silver is the most conductive. Another guy that is conductive is aluminium. Aluminium is tough, is light, and cheap. Take note of that. Aluminium is light and cheap. Aluminium are usually used in overhead cable. Take note of that. Overhead cable. If you come out from your house, you look at those wire